Hello guys, and welcome back to another video, and we are back working on the BMW E60 today, the 520D with the N47 engine. So if you watch one of my previous videos, you'll know that we have a pretty big issue with the N47. We have a pretty bad boost leak. It's on the charge air pipe that goes from the intercooler to the intake manifold, and we kind of had a few options when it came to, fixing the problem. So we could have attempted to seal the leak, do a DIY repair to the existing pipe, or we could have went out there and got another used pipe, or we could have went ahead and got a brand new pipe. And I'm pretty sure it's only BMW that make these pipes, so it would have had to be a genuine one. So I did kind of consider getting a used replacement pipe, but then I kind of thought, what about if it has the same issue again later on down the line? So now I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and get a brand new genuine BMW replacement pipe. Now then, Fix Parts Online have kindly sent me out the genuine BMW replacement pipe, and it comes with all new seals as you would expect, one in either end, and it actually comes with a brand new air intake temperature sensor as well. I'm guessing one of the main reasons why this pipe fails around this sensor is because people tried to remove it incorrectly. So the fact that it comes with it already attached is, a nice touch really. So yeah guys, I can't recommend Fix Parts Online enough. They genuinely are the best supplier when it comes to, genuine BMW parts, and obviously they do offer alternatives as well, like your Febby Bilsteins, like Bosch. But yeah, if you do need any parts, if you do need any genuine BMW parts in particular, just go over to their website, input the exact BMW part number, and I'm sure they will have it in stock. If they don't have it in stock, then I'm sure they'll be able to get it in stock, and they have some real competitive prices. So I would recommend going over there and checking them out. I will of course leave all their information in the description box below, but without further ado, let's get outside and let's get this new pipe fitted. Okay then, so first thing I'm going to do is actually show you the original pipe, and as you can see, that is the temporary repair that took place some time ago. And yeah, it's just going to be a case of getting this thing removed, which shouldn't be too difficult. There's just one clip at the top there where it goes into the anti-shudder valve, and there is another securing clip that secures it to the intercooler down there at the bottom. First thing I'm going to do there is actually just remove all this tape, just so I can show you what it looks like, how how it was before I'd done this repair, and then I'll actually start it up and let you listen as well, just to see if maybe you have the same issue that I was having, and see if it sounds kind of similar. So let's get this tape off. There we go. That's the temporary repair removed. Now I'll show you exactly where the boost leak was occurring. So obviously you can see the air intake temperature sensor here. As you can see, that's pretty loose. So it's not the sensor that's loose, the sensor actually is tight in its bracket, but it's the actual bracket, I believe, that's failed. And yeah, I didn't want to try and attempt to seal that up. I just wanted to get a new replacement pipe. So yeah, I think next thing I'm going to do is just fire it up, so then you can listen to what it sounds like, and see if you're kind of having the same issue. And if you was able to hear then, there was quite a lot of hissing coming from this area, and obviously it's pretty easy to see why. That is exactly our problem. So now we need to move on to getting this pipe removed. Okay then, so first thing is first, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the electrical connector on the air intake temperature sensor. It just pushes in, and then you can just drop that down to one side. And I'm actually going to remove the two engine covers, so the main one It's not necessary, but I'm going to remove this one at the front as well, just to give us a little bit of better access. So I'm going to try and remove this without jacking up the car. I know the clip is underneath, but I may be able to access it with a flat bladed screwdriver. Next thing I'm going to do then is just lift these up so we can access the clip here where it clips onto the anti-shudder valve. Pop that out. Should be loose. Yeah, it's loose now. Now the difficult one is going to be the one down the bottom. Now then, if we grab the new pipe, you can see this is the clip at the bottom, and all we need to do is place a flat bladed screwdriver in here and then just pop it down, and then that should come loose off the intercooler then. Yep. There we go. This should now be able to be removed. Yep. And then if we just compare the two parts of this, is the old one, this is the original, and then this is the new one, as you can see. Exactly the same. It is worth noting that the 5 series, so the 520D, is actually different to the 1 and the 3 series, so you will need a different pipe if you have the 1 or the 3 series, but as you can see, this is the correct one that I need, so let's get the new one installed now. I'm just going to give the two sealing surfaces a little clean first. So on the anti-shudder valve, give that a good clean out. It's going to be quite oily from the crankcase breather. And then just down at the bottom of the intercooler as well. There we go then, that's the anti-shudder valve, nice and clean. And if we take a look down there at the bottom, we can see that's the intercooler side, nice and clean as well. And now it's just going to be a case of sliding the new pipe into position. Making sure not to damage anything, of course. Okay, that ends securely on now. This end should just push on. There we go. And now it's just a case of putting everything back, so obviously plugging our intake temperature sensor back in, and just pushes on. And then we need to put these back in their place, and then we can reinstall the engine covers then. And there we go. Only thing left to do now is fire it up and see how we're sounding. Okay then, so that hissing has completely gone away now, which was to be expected. But I think I'm actually going to go ahead and take it for a test drive, just to see if I actually notice any difference in power. Obviously we're going to have the full boost pressure now, which is going to be nice. But yeah, let's take it for a drive and see if we notice any difference. Okay then, so just got back from a little test drive, and honestly I noticed a difference straight away. I had so much more torque. Low down, below 2000 RPM before the boost really kicks in, and I can now stay at a higher gear at a lower speed, so obviously it's going to mean me getting better MPG, because that's one thing I did notice as well. Obviously with the decreased power, I did notice like a massive drop in MPG. I was only getting like 30 to 40 MPG, whereas I should be getting like more 50 to 60. So yeah, it'd be nice to see that going back up again. And then when I got the engine up to temperature, I took it for a good spirited drive. You know, I took it, you know, really revved it out to like 3, 4, 5,000 RPM, and it definitely noticed a difference up the top end as well. It feels now kind of how it felt when I first got it remapped, when I first, you know, got it tuned. And yeah, it's good to have that power back again. I'm trying to think now, like, I wonder how long it's actually been like this for, because, you know, obviously a boost leak, it, you know, can get worse over time, so it must have took some time to develop. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking, like, how long has it actually been like this for? It's obviously running how it should do now, and yeah, I'm just over the moon, to be honest. I'm happy that it's a nice easy fix like this. You know, to replace the actual pipe itself, very easy to do on this engine. You know, the fact that there's just them clips that, you know, you can just lift up with a flat bladed screwdriver. Yeah, props on BMW for this design. But yeah, I want to thank all of you guys for watching. I hope it's, you know, been somewhat entertaining. We have the N47 running full power now, I think. And yeah, of course, if you want to check out Fixed Parts online for any BMW parts, there will be a link down in the description box below. But without further ado, I hope you have enjoyed it. Please give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in that next one. Peace!